Welcome, everyone, to Saturday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots.
Comedy One Shots.
We are Chaotic and Improv, and we're going to improvise for you guys here tonight on this, here in Birmingham, this rainy Saturday night. For those of you not in Birmingham, I don't know what your weather's like. I'm sure you do, but I don't know. Hopefully it's nice. But you're still watching us home. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to be improvising for you guys here tonight. That means that everything you see will be made up on the spot. We don't have anything planned. All we have is just a list of games, short form games that we're going to try and do. We're not going to try. We're going to do them. But we'll need suggestions from you guys that are watching. So before any of our games, we will ask you guys for a suggestion of maybe a certain topic, a category of something, a list of things, whatever. And just feel free to type those into the chat, whether you're watching us on Twitch or Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And Chad, who is our ninja at tech stuff, that's a technical term, is going to be paying attention to the chat. He's going to let us know what suggestion he has selected for us, and we'll improvise a scene based on that suggestion. Let's introduce our cast here tonight. So my name is Chris.
Your name is Chris.
Woo! We've got Gabe.
Woo,
And we've got Melanie.
Yay.
We've got a trifecta of fantastic here for you guys here tonight. But rounding us out, because, he's the centrist, the center of our triangle. Actually, he is the rest of our, what is that in Harry Potter? The Deathly Hallows?
I'm a Horcrux.
Yeah, the rest of the Deathly Hallows.
I think it's called the Triforce.
The Triforce.
Yes.
We've got Chad. So I'm gonna turn it over to Chad. He's the sphere of life or whatever, and the wand. I don't know. I forget.
Wow.
I'm a ninja.
We've
got to go find the sphere of life, Harry.
The resurrection stone. I was using the Bulgarian translation.
Oh,
okay?
yes, he does.
Yeah. Anyway, Chad, our tech guy. So I'll turn it over to you for any pre-show announcements before I say anything else that makes me look stupider.
I may not be an actual wizard, but I pulled on me with a global of fire. But anyway, that's a little inside joke for those of you who really like the movies. Hi, I'm Chad. Thank you very much for that intro there, Chris, and welcome again to our show tonight. Couple of quick housekeeping things. First of all, before we even get started with the show tonight, as you saw, we have a lot of suggestions that we're going to be asking of y'all, and the more people that we have, the more suggestions we get. That seems to be how it is. So go ahead and tell a friend, tell a relative, tell friends who are relatives. Who has those, honestly? But if you do happen to have some, let them know. Share all of our social media, share this stream, tell people, hey, it's Saturday night, and in some places like ours, it is raining a lot. So instead of going out and getting wet, stay home, stay dry, and stay funnied. That worked a lot better in my head. Anyway, just share all this with your folks and everything, and let folks know that we are here providing free comedy directly to your eye sockets. If your eyeballs happen to be there, that is awesome too. We have a lot of fans who have been watching us and everything, especially Thursday night. We had a ton of people who chose to financially support our endeavors, which we really, really do appreciate, and we'd like to thank each of the people who do so. If you'd like to count yourself among those ranks, go to twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you will find ways to support us via Twitch subscriptions or cheering with little Twitch bits, as it were, like Whiskey has been doing so far. And Sharon Gitch just resubbed again for the 11th straight month. By the way,
It's a lot of months. It's almost a year.
Exactly. By the way, if you have a Amazon Prime subscription, you can actually subscribe to us and throw a few bucks our way at no additional cost to you. Because Twitch and Amazon are a part of a big happy family, you can do a Twitch Prime subscription, and that won't cost you an extra dime and everything. It's just gratis on the house, and we really do appreciate it. It helps keep us loud, live, funny, and me coming up with really cheesy things to say, so it's really cool. Also, one other thing, if you would like to support us and also get a little something in return, Melanie is actually sporting one of our lovely CGI shirts. Thank you so much for showing that off. I forgot mine, but I swear it's in the laundry. But yes, we do have shirts, we have mugs, as Melanie's on the ball with the merch game tonight. That is strong. We have things that are suitable for framing or signing. I tell you what, if you happen to catch me out and about and you have CGI merch, I will sign it with whatever is handy. Caveat, I may not have a pen, so we may have to improvise, but that's what we do. But yes, go ahead and get your merch and try to find me. Let's see, what else have we got?
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
find me. I'll sign it. Seriously, I'll sign anything. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'll do it.
Right.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, me neither. So let's see, what else have we got? Oh yeah, one last thing. We like to title our shows. So this show that you see tonight has never existed before. We do not script anything. We do have a set list of games we're going to play, but that's it. When we are done, it goes into our archives briefly on Twitch, but forever on our YouTube channel, and we like to name our shows. The name of the previous show was actually Jeb and Obi's Excellent Adventures, which was suggested by Danny and Facebook, so thank you so much for that. And tonight, if you hear our actors say anything that sounds hilarious to you, that would make a great title of the show, or if you hear a common theme happening throughout the night, let me know in the chat. I will be Chaotic Good Improv in the chat. Let me know what you think a show title should be, and I will put in a big old list, and we'll deliberate at the end of the show which one we want to be the title of the show forever and ever going forward. It's a fun little twist we've added to this series of shows, and we really enjoy doing it. Okay, that is pretty much all the announcements that I have. It's time for funny. So I'm turning it back over to Chris. Let's get things started, shall we?
Why, thank you, Chad. I was paying attention to all the verbiage you were spewing forth. So
That was a lot.
It was. It was good, though. It was informative. I felt like I learned a lot. So what we're going to do, we're going to move forward with our very first game. And that game is going to be the game of change. And this will be for Gabe and Melanie. And what I'm going to need from the audience, any audience out there, I don't even care if you're watching, if you just pass through, just go ahead and give us a suggestion. That suggestion, if it could be any place, any location, anything that would be considered a setting for a scene. It can be a used car lot. It can be a bus depot. It can be space. It doesn't matter. It's just a place. It doesn't have to be a specific place. It doesn't even have to be a country or a city. It can just be a room. We'll use that suggestion to improvise a scene. But what's going to happen here is Gabe and Mel are not just going to have a simple scene to improvise, because I've got some control here in this game of change. Because anytime I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing they said to something completely different, and then have to justify why this new thing they said is part of the scene. Should be kind of fun. Or should be really fun. I'm not sure. It could be. It's just fun in general. Chad, do we have a suggestion for a place or location for Gabe and Melanie to improvise this game of change with or for?
Not quite yet, but do go ahead and light up that chat no matter where you are, keeping an eye on Twitch, keeping an eye on YouTube and what have you. So go ahead and light it up with whatever you think would be a good place. Seriously, there are no bad suggestions. Okay, there are, but no, I know you won't.
There are no bad suggestions.
Yeah.
There are suggestions that we may not take as seriously as other suggestions, but there's
But
no bad
we'll
suggestions.
take it. We'll take it.
Yeah. So, any place, any location, anything whatsoever.
All right, looks like we have a suggestion for laundromat.
Laundromat. All right. So a laundromat. This scene has something to do with laundromat. Gabe and Melanie will take this suggestion and use it as they see fit. This is the game of change. Laundromat in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Patricia. I hate to have to point you out on this again. You know how much I like you as our housekeeper, but if you don't do the laundry on the specified mat for the laundry, I'm going to have words.
I'm so sorry. I'm really trying to do it the way you like it, but see, my mother taught me a much more efficient way to do the laundry. She suggested that I separate it first into different colors.
Change.
She suggested that I stick it in the swimming pool in the chlorine before putting it in the wash.
You see, you've done this, but now all of my business attire is starting to look like it's been tie-dyed by a toddler, and I'm not sure that's quite the look I need when I go into the firm.
I actually thought you looked amazing, sir. In fact, I think the chlorine, it seemed to tighten it. You've been working out.
Well, I've been jogging.
Change.
I've been lifting some large. I do burpees. I do a lot of burpees. Just something about the motion, it's the full range.
I'm so happy that you mentioned that. Because I have tried to remove gluten and dairy, but I'm still doing the burpees too. And I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize you noticed.
Yes, Patricia, you are a bit gassy from time to time. I hear you pootering around the house, pitter-pattering.
I try not to drink any soda. It's
Change.
soda. I try not to eat any chocolate.
Change.
I tried to stop eating the fish out of the fish tank because they gave me the worst gas, and
Oh my!
so delicious.
I was curious where my koi were going. They just kept. It seems strange. I'm quite ashamed to say it, but I did put my cat out on the street. I thought it was my precious little kitty, but now I learn, in fact, Patricia, it might be you, devourer of fish.
I have to tell you,
Oh.
I found her.
Oh my!
Petunia.
You've rescued little Petunia. That's marvelous. Would you give her here maybe? Thank you.
She's rather raggedy because she's been
Change.
outside. She's so soft from the elements.
Change.
She's also been dyed tie-dye because I found her in the pool.
Yes, I can see she looks a lot like my suit.
She's like a hippie.
She's a bit disgusting. But Patricia, I'm afraid you're fired. You're definitely fired. I'm sorry.
Give me that hippie cat.
And seed! Before the cat gets ripped in half.
Yeah, poor cat.
And, sometimes you pooter around.
Hippie cat.
Sometimes you pitter-patter pooter all around the house.
Pitter patter pooter. That's a baby who's had a bad night. Pitter patter pooter.
Okay.
I think Pitter Patter Pooter was actually the name of my first book that I ever read by myself. I've always had bad taste.
Everyone
Anyway.
pitter patter pooters.
All right, so on that note, we're going to
Poor
move on.
homeschool Chad.
That's true. Actually, it was very heavily censored because pootering was not allowed in my house. Okay, so we're going to move on to a game called Switch, and this is for all three of our actors. Now, those of you who have been following us a long time know what's up. And may notice something a little bit different. Since we have three actors tonight, instead of a square circle, we actually have a circular triangle. Yes, it's weird, isn't it? But we're going to be doing a series of scenes, which means we're going to need a lot of suggestions. So seriously, light it up with whatever suggestion you think would be good. I tell you what, give me your favorite animal. Give me, sorry about that. Something you'll find in a junk drawer. Give me a relationship between two people, or give me none of those and just whatever comes to your pretty head. Because what we're going to do is we are going to assign different suggestions to each pair of our actors in this triangle. Yes, there are pairs of actors in the triangle. For the purposes of this discussion, Gabe and Chris will be a pair of actors, Chris and Melanie will be a pair of actors, and Melanie and Gabe will be a pair of actors. 3 different scenes for 3 amazing people. At any point, I can yell out the suggestion that each scene will be based upon for each of our pairs of actors, and they will have to switch over and start doing that scene. It's basically just switching between scenes, like I have a remote control. It's really fun. So, let's see what we have in the chats on the internets, because I'm looking at several internets right now. All right, so Gabe and Chris, your suggestion is Rhino.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Chris and Melanie, your suggestion is Pizza Cutter. And Melanie and Gabe, your suggestion is Carnival. All right.
Cool.
So, if we got all that down, let's go around the triangle one more time and state what your scene is. Gabe and Chris, what's your scene?
Rhino.
Chris and Melanie, your suggestion.
Pizza cutter.
All right, Melanie and Gabe.
Carnival.
Carnival.
Okay. It's a big subject, so I want to see a scene about a rhino to start with. So we'll start with Gabe and Chris. This is Switch in 3, 2, and 1.
Thunk, thunk. I'm going to get him.
That's the biggest rifle I've ever seen.
Yes, it's to hunt the world's biggest rhino. What do you think? I'm an idiot? I wouldn't bring a smaller caliber than this.
This caliber looks quite large. I do have a question, though. While you're putting on your pith helmet, I'm wondering, how do you know that this is the world's biggest rhinoceros? Have there been studies of people been measuring rhinoceri or rhinoceroses, rhinoceros?
They've been eyeballing it. It's been bullying some of the elephants in the region. And then not many rhinos, not many rhinosauruses can do this.
Yes. Now, we must take care of our elephant kin. We can't be dealing with rogue, bully rhinoceroses. We can't be dealing with those, no. I did bring my rhinoceros distractor device.
Oh, very, very good. Very good. Give it a test. Go on now. Very nice. Very.
I'll try it one more time.
This is going to work marvelously. You just
Pizza
go out there
cutter.
and distract.
Oh, yes, Papa. You do a good job with the pizza. Good.
So you just throw the pizza through the air in the circle.
Yes, that is what we do. That is what we taught. Not why the children today do not know how to do this.
If you could, I would prefer you to make the pizza softer with the crust not so hard. My teeth or my pizza cutter not so good anymore. I cannot bite through.
Oh, Papa, I try to make you a thin crust, and then maybe not so much of the chewy cheese.
I don't like the cheese anymore. It's making me pooter around the house. I prefer to... Yes, I prefer if you could just put maybe the softer dough with maybe a little bit of the red sauce. I'll just gum it down. No need to cut the pizza with no teeth.
I know what I can do. I roll with the red sauce and no cheese, and I don't even cook it. I'll soft the dough. Your little chomper can just cut it.
That's so good. It's a color like a pizza fruit roll-up.
Carnival.
Step right up, and see my marvelous collection.
Wow. Let me see. This is all the tickets I have left. I've been waiting all day to see your collection.
Oh, well. Oh, wow. 15 tickets. I see. That gives you some backstage privileges. You don't just have to see the main collection. You can see what's behind the curtain.
Oh my gosh. I literally played every game here to win those tickets, and nobody else wanted to come with me because everybody's a little scared of you. But
I understand. Well, here's the main attraction. The main case, as you can see, I have all these spoons.
Wow.
There's one from every country. One little silver spoon.
Is that a spork?
I was hoping you would notice. No one had actually noticed the fact that one of these wasn't actually a spoon. The collection's not quite...
I won't say anything. I really won't say anything.
No, you won't.
Rhino.
How about you come behind? Oh my goodness. Look there. You can see its footprint. Look at the size of it.
Oh, good God. I've never seen such an enormous foot before. It's the distractor's working.
I'm starting to think that this rifle may not be big enough.
I agree with you there. We're going to get multiple rhinoceros.
Yes, I think I need to go back to the Jeep and get a bigger rifle.
Yes, a bazooka perhaps.
I'm ready.
I see you've also removed your shoes.
I did remove my shoes. I think it's best that the rhinoceros cannot hear me sneaking up on it. I need to be quiet like the tiger.
Yes, I agree, Cornelius.
Pizza cutter.
You know, Papa. I tell you what. I get a penny. I get a penny and I stick it like a straw, and I pour the sauce into your mouth. You don't even have to use your pizza cutter.
I did not understand what you said at first. I've been living here in the United States so long. I thought you said a penny or a 1 cent a piece. And I was wondering why you would give me with a 1 cent a piece.
A penny. Are you?
A penny.
You're American now. You're American. You don't know a penny from a penny.
Well, I understand the penny. In America, they just call it a straight macaroni.
Oh, macaron. American. It's why you don't have a teeth.
No, I don't have a teeth no more. I have to gum my macaroni.
You're gonna gum on my macaroni.
Whatever the third one. Carnival.
Oh, well, I have you behind the curtain. Here you can see one eyeball from every country in the world.
Yeah.
Notice one of them is a bit more scraped up. That's from the country where I got the spork.
That's so I think it's really cool how it was like a maze to get back to the to this back area. And this was awesome. I'd kind of like to go get my friends and just
Good luck.
these eyes are moving.
Oh yeah, they're floating, they're wibbling, they're wobbling.
No, I mean they're looking at me.
Maybe.
Hey, so want to maybe go get a bite to eat together out in the carnival?
Huh.
I mean, and get to know each other a little just outside of this, so many eyes on us. It's kind of a little intimidating. I thought you and I could.
This is an interesting development. I've never been asked by a patron to get to know them better. I never thought it mattered how much I knew my victims. I mean patrons.
I'm just thinking maybe it'd be fun to just walk the carnival with you where other people are.
All right, well let's go for a walk and then we can come back here for dessert.
Sure.
Righto.
There it is.
Cornelius, where have you've shot yourself clear across the savannah?
I think I missed.
And scene.
Oh boy.
I knew Cornelius was coming back. That name. All right.
Okay, so next, all I need from the audience is someone's zodiac sign, right?
Cornelius. I'm still laughing at gum and macaroni.
Yeah.
Go on macaroni. I was giggling because I didn't hear Chad call the next game, and so Gabe was like, "Look at these footprints," and I was like, "Oh, yeah. I'm somewhere with animals." I'm full on in the scene, and I look up, and you guys are in a scene together, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm just gonna check myself out." All right. Do we have any Aries, Taurus, or anybody out there?
Tell you what. Yeah, we have Taurus. Haven't had Taurus in a while.
Taurus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's going to happen here is Chris and Gabe are going to do a scene based on this lovely. Oh, and look, I actually have Taurus pulled up. I'm going to read this horoscope for Taurus for today, June 19th, 2021. And these guys are going to create a scene based on this as a suggestion. So listen up. The pace of your days will accelerate in the next 4 weeks as you get busier with short trips, errands, work, plus increased reading, writing, and studying. You've got things to do, places to go, and people to see. That could only be for Taurus.
That's it. Everyone else is lazy.
Everyone else.
You will do stuff.
The other 11/12 of the population.
Yes, they get to sit around, but you've got people to see and things to do and books to read. So this is horoscope with Chris and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
Frederick, You look a little stressed, buddy.
Yeah, I suppose I'm a little stressed, just a little bit. It just seems like my days are slipping on by me.
Well, that's how it gets when you get older. It's like what do they say? It's like the more you've experienced, the shorter the future experiences. I don't know. I made that up. Doesn't make any sense, but it could.
I understand where you're coming from. It just feels like my days, they are accelerating at an alarming pace. Like yesterday, it was only 20 minutes. That was the whole day.
Really, I was pretty sure I was around yesterday as well, and I watched a movie that was at least 2 hours long. So I'm kind of confused as to, and I did more things than that. I'm worried about you. Are you blacking out, or were you conscious yesterday?
I suppose that is possible. I went and I tried to watch Man of Steel, and it was just I suddenly it was rolling credits. I didn't even see the movie.
Don't worry. I don't think anyone's made it through that whole thing. I've fallen asleep through it multiple times as well. I think that's. I don't think that's you. I think that's just the film.
Okay.
What worries me is that that's all you remember from yesterday. Have you been overworked? I mean, I rarely see you anymore. You seem real busy.
Oh, I got things going on. I have a new app I'm developing.
Oh, good. Is it like for your phone? Or,
yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was for the restaurant. Okay.
No, I'm putting a lot of work into it. It's a personal project of mine. It's a dating app for people over the age of 70.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
That's a niche that needs to be filled.
I call it Tinder Meet.
Tinder Meet.
Because it's like Tinder, but you want to meet up, but you also, everyone on there needs to eat really tender meat because they have weak teeth.
Yeah,
if they have any at all.
I don't want to be a naysayer, and I don't want to. I'm not as creative, obviously, as you are, but I kind of think having an app with old people on it that is referred to as Tender Meat might seem a little just creepy. Just throwing that out there.
I can see how that would come across as a bit of cannibalistic sort of feeling, but that's some good feedback. Perhaps I'll spend. That's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll do some brainstorming for a better name. Maybe I'll read a few books. It'd
be good. I mean, anything that's current might work out. I think maybe you might want to brainstorm some just better ideas of old folks and dating. There's got to be some better amalgam of titles that you can come up with. In Tender Meat. That just sounds like you're hunting for young kids or something. That's just gross.
Right. I can see how it might come across that way, Craig. I don't understand. Lately, I've been doing so much, and I look out my window and I just see you out there on the beach every day.
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to become a teacher, and only teach in the winter, so I can sit on the beach the rest of the year, all the other seasons.
But honestly, it feels like this summer about 11/12 of the population are just sitting out there on the beach, and there's some of us we're living our lives still, and I don't quite understand it.
It's like if we were all on this, if life was a clock. Between the hours of noon and 1, a bunch of people would be working, and then the rest of the hours you'd be doing nothing. Except that clock is people.
And scene.
I realized halfway through my analogy it wasn't working.
And that clock is people. Okay.
Awesome. This next game is going to be for Melanie and Chris, with Chad and I helping out in the background. This game is called Pillars. So for this game, can we get a suggestion of like any occupation, anything at all in the world of occupations? And Chris and Melanie are going to be doing a game together, and whatever they might struggle to find the next word that they're trying to say, like I am right now. And when that happens, they're just going to raise their hand, and one of us is going to feed them whatever word happens to be on our mind at that given time. I will be the pillar for Melanie, and Chad will be the pillar for Christopher. So do we have any occupations, Chad?
Well, I tell you what, chat is otherwise occupied, but once they throw out an
Occupado.
occupation, yeah, occupado actually, that's French if I recall.
It is.
Yes, absolutely. So once they put an occupation into the chat, which you can go ahead and okay, I love this because because Rob Beham in the chat put this as 2 words: glass period blower. And with that much emphasis, I think glass blower would be an awesome occupation.
Awesome. So this scene will have something or nothing to do with a glass blower. This is Pillars with Melanie and Chris in 3, 2, and 1.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. I spent a long time making them.
I can tell they're so intricate and delicate.
Yeah. Yes, I use so I'm not real good with my fingers. So I use my breath to form all of these little filigrees that you see. Yeah, most people think that when you blow glass, you blow it from the inside out to expand it. I use my breath to, as you can tell, I'm choking. Been using my breath a lot.
You're so emotional.
I am, but I use my breath to just shape the outside of this glass. So just imagine, if you will, that let's say that I had a piece of glass and it was shaped like a
Band-Aid.
a Band-Aid, just flat, maybe a little sticky on one side. I could blow on it and blow some of them Band-Aid fibrils and maybe make something look like a hairbrush or something.
That is amazing. And our readership at the magazine for
Temptress.
blowers
Oh yes.
has been so curious to know how you get the heat, the high temperatures to actually get the glass to move.
Yes, well, that's a secret recipe that I have. Not a lot of people have this. Most people use furnaces and hot, like flames and lava and stuff. I have what's known as a condition. It really deals with my
Glue.
glue. And by glue, I mean my gastrointestinal lacerative ulcerate encephalopathy that comes out. And it just blows with this heat of just some sort of combustion inside my gut region.
So you're using actual heated gas
Yes.
from
Soot.
soot in your gut.
Oh yes.
What
I suck.
soot?
Yeah, so my second job is chimney sweep, and what people don't know about me is I come in to clean your chimneys, but I don't use a broom. I inhale all of the soot, and the bacteria in my guts turn this soot into just I'm almost like a dragon breathing fire at this point.
And that must be how much you get. So many colors. I mean,
yeah.
this particular piece, it looks like a
Pixie.
pixie, just glittering with colors. That's the soot, I guess, the heated soot.
Oh, it
There's
is.
esophageal issues.
Yeah, it's my gastrointestinal lacerative ulcerative encephalopathy. Yes, it changes. I'm not really sure. I'm not a scientist, so I don't speak all that mumbo jumbo.
I won't quote that.
Yeah,
in the
it's okay. So yes, so this pixie was a custom piece. It was designed. I believe the customer really actually wanted a
Pork loin.
pork loin. They were hungry, and they thought that I, as my pseudonym, Mr. Furnace, which is what my blower name. They thought that I was a cook, but when they realized that my powers were different, I blew them a pixie, and they liked it better.
Well, I have to tell you, I have been calling you Mr. Fernace,
Oh, that's okay.
so I'm apology. I will make sure that's corrected in my magazine. But, do you often have customers request
Esther.
Esther or other biblical characters
Yes.
to be blown out of glass?
Oh God, yes. You should have seen. Someone wanted me to make Jonah in the whale. Like it was just, yeah. So they wanted me to take a glass whale, and then through the blowhole of the whale, blow Jonah into the whale.
So you could see Jonah in the whale.
And you can see him forming. Yes.
Oh, that would be. I mean, the Museum of
Autumn.
Autumn would absolutely have a seasonal exhibit with a Jonah in the whale. That is just stunning, Mr. Furness. Excuse me.
Either way, it's fine. Most people don't even pronounce my names right. It's a, it's a thing. It doesn't bother me so much, but sometimes it does make me feel
Spray bottle.
spray bottled. Kind of like just put down. It's like, because if you've got just lungs of lava like I do, a spray bottle kind of cools you off a little bit. So it's okay. You can call me whatever you want.
I'm so curious. Just one more question, because I have been wondering, what happens on your birthday when there are candles on a cake and you've got this heated, sooty breath coming at the candles?
Yes, I have been known to have some extra sooty breath. Well, I did have an accident. I don't blow candles anymore. I had an accident. So I bring a little fan with me and just use that for the candles. Because the last time I did it, I created a
Rhino.
a rhino. And by rhino, I mean like an actual rhino. Like I blew a giant gray horned creature out of my
And
lungs.
scene. Wanted to make sure I cut you off there before you had time to roll back that accidental innuendo.
Yeah.
I can't wait to publish this in The Tempter's Blower. Magazine.
I would like to publicly acknowledge that this show owes me more keyboards than any other show I watch online.
Did a full-on spit take. That was lovely.
That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
that
Yeah, it felt great. Okay, well, let's move on to a game where I need suggestions of literally anything. I tell you what, to reduce the workload on you, someone give me one suggestion, and I'm going to go back and get another suggestion that wasn't used, because we're going to play a game called Two Suggestions. See what I did there? One suggestion plus one suggestion equals 2. This is the simplest game that we play. We just take 2 suggestions of random whatever, give it to Melanie and Chris, and they will make a scene out of it. And that's pretty much all it is. We're just gonna see what they make out of the random stuff that we give them. So looking back over our previous suggestions, we did not get to. Okay, all right, Step Brothers. So Step Brothers will be one suggestion, and I'm looking through all the other internets for another thing. Yeah, here we go. Bottle Rocket. So Step Brothers and Bottle Rocket are your 2 suggestions to make a scene out of. And believe me, they're experts. They can do it. So Melanie and Chris, this will have something to do with the Bottle Rocket and Step Brothers. This is 2 suggestions in 3, 2, and 1.
Sorry.
Okay. It's all right.
I didn't mean to, I may have been mistaken.
Listen, I understand. I'm not your mother. You don't need to apologize for things like that to me.
Well, but I feel the need, I didn't, it wasn't where I intended for it to land. And just want you to know that I was not intentionally trying to do that to you.
Right. I understand. But here's the deal. Although I'm not angry at you, I'm a little upset that I got a hole in my roof.
Yeah.
And it kind of went right into the toilet,
Did.
right through to under the trailer.
I know.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that thing would have melted not only the fake roof. Well, all roofs are fake. They're not natural. They don't grow. But, the asbestos roof, and then went straight through the porcelain.
Right through the hole, right down the hole.
I didn't know. Now look, I'm sorry. I'll try and get. I'll get someone out here to fix it. I know that we may not have the same last name, but we got the same mamas, and well, there's only one mama. We got the same mama, and I think we could come to terms with the fact that I broke your shitter.
Now you broke my shitter. But you know what? Listen, I know that Mama had me first, and I had a good daddy who taught me how to treat people and their property. And I realized that you came into this situation with a different daddy who maybe didn't teach you those things.
Oh,
So-
no.
Yeah.
No, my dad, he didn't teach me much at all. Except how to fire a bottle rocket. But apparently he didn't even teach me how to do that very well.
Well, hell, you got it pretty high up there that it went right through my shitter. But listen, you're going to have to make good. And I don't know if you got a job. Mama
do.
say you ain't been working. Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
It's a secret.
A secret job.
It is.
Are you working for the government?
Nope. If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret.
Well, hey, you got a real paycheck, or is that a secret? Is it secret money, invisible money?
It's real money. The source
right.
is secret. It's secret sourced.
You know what? I don't want to know what you're doing out of your little cave where you live in down the street.
But that cave, don't make fun of my cave. That
I'm
cave
making
is
fun of it.
that's paid with by secret money.
Yeah. Well, clearly you get a lot of money to put that billboard up in front of the cave hole as a
Yeah.
door.
That's so people don't. If you listen to this, let's put this scenario out there. Okay, you're looking for whatever reason, not going to be specifics. Now, you're walking down the street. You're like, oh, I'm looking for a cave. What is that? Nope, that's an Alexander Shannara billboard. Can't be behind there. Fooled you.
Well, maybe. But listen, I don't want to have to go in the cave and find the money to fix this. I know you're not super handy, seeing as that Shannara billboard was just laying up against the cave. So I kind of want you to hire somebody legitimate to fix my shitter.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll get you, Seth. I'll get you plumbers. I know guys who plumb.
And a
they'll
roofer?
I don't know, the roofers are going to be different. That's two different people.
Right. Well, you ruined two different parts of my house.
Well, you might have to pick which one's more important.
And
Well, my
Seed. I feel
Now
like
this is some guy living behind an Alexander Shannara billboard in a cave. Like that's someone that's real. That has to be real. There's got to be someone real.
I want to give full props to Gabe for just having an Alexander Shannara billboard
Just
ready
on
to
the ready.
go.
On the ready.
It's always. I'm always ready. Always ready for Shannara.
We are not
I
sponsored.
almost said you're living out there behind an Alexander Shannara billboard. I was like, what if somebody's listening from outside of Alabama that doesn't know who that is? But he's
Eventually,
everywhere.
everyone will know.
And then-
Eventually, everyone will
Hey,
know.
hey, Gabe, keep doing it. He'll probably just pay us anyway. It's fine. That's how that works.
Yeah, this is definitely how advertisement works.
All right. So for this next game, it's one of our favorites. I'm going to be needing suggestions of genres of movies, television, or even like the stage, theater. Just different genres. They can be simple. They can be complex. They can be maybe your favorite genre of TV, favorite genre of movie, favorite genre of the theater. If there's genres for that, I'm sure there are. It can be specific. It can be detailed. Doesn't really matter. Just type them into the chat. Because what we're going to do is Gabe and Melanie are going to improvise a scene, short scene, maybe like a minute, 90 seconds long, based on a suggestion. We'll pull a previous suggestion from the list, and then they're going to redo that scene 3 different ways, based on the suggested genres that we choose for them. So I'm still thinking of this dude in the billboard, so I'm kind of stuck in my head. So Chad, before we get to the genres that the audience is typing in feverishly, I'm assuming. Can we go back and pull a suggestion from earlier for their scene?
Yes, we have a suggestion for cotton balls.
Cotton balls. All right, so cotton balls is the scene suggestion for the original scene. Now, do we have suggestions of genres?
All right, they're coming in a little bit slowly, so yeah, just keep lighting it up in the chat. If you think you're done, you're not. We have plenty we can choose from, but we do have a suggestion for Western.
Western. All right, that's my faves. All right, Western.
Yep. We have a suggestion for rom-com.
Rom-com.
Rom-com. And we have a suggestion for... oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. False alarm. I thought it came from the thing. Mystery.
You getting an update from your Tinder Meet profile?
Yes, absolutely. It's very tender indeed.
It is.
It
is.
Because you're pizza cutters.
Mine didn't put in my pizza cutters. All right, we said mystery. Sorry, that was a mystery. All right, so Western rom-com mystery. All right, so the scene will have something to do with cotton balls. This is scene 3 with Gabe and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now up to juggling 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. I gotta say, your technique seems a little bit off. I'm not sure that's really what we're looking for here.
When do we get to graduate from cotton balls to scarves or something?
Oh man, that's scarves is third year kind of stuff. You're not going straight to cotton balls. Your next up is Q-tip, magic.
Q-tip magic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
there's a lot of pulling it out of people's ears and stuff. It's let's just say it's a little on the nose, in the nose. It's a little bit of Q-tip humor for you there.
Master John.
Yeah.
I really want to know when I'm going to be a real magician and circus performer. I mean, I've been following you guys for months.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been juggling the cotton balls, and
I'm gonna let you in on a secret, Debbie. It's not about learning magic. That has nothing to do with being a real magician. All you have to do is give people a sense of wonderment, and then you're a real magician. That's all you got to do. So I want you to make me feel wonder. You are a magician. I can see it in your face.
And seed. Please tell me somewhere there's an internet magic school with a guy taught Master John. Like, that's the guy teaching.
Hi, I'm Master John, and today we're going to go over the triple lift.
All right, that was good. That was a fun scene. Master John and the Q-tip magic. I like it. But I want to see this scene a little bit differently. I like to see it as if it was a mystery. There's some mysteriousness about this scene. So same scene as a mystery in 3, 2, and 1.
These are not the cotton balls I was using earlier.
Yeah, no, those are at least 50% polyester.
Smell it.
Oh yeah, that's
Chloroform?
chloroform. Yeah, that's chloroform for sure.
Dang.
I think we may be seeing the return of the cotton ball chloroformer. The cotton chloroballer, the chloroballa cotton. We're still working on the name, but I think
Master
he's
John,
back.
this is serious.
Yeah.
Somebody's coming after our magic. I tell you, I've been your assistant for a long time, and I know that there's that lady that you used to cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She holds grudge.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
I think she's got to be the one doing it. She wants to get rid of me because I'm your new assistant.
Oh my God.
What? You haven't even taught me how to use the rest of the magic.
No, I haven't even told you how to dodge the swords in the box yet. Just think of it. If she chloroforms you and puts you in the box, and you wake up in there and she starts putting swords through it, you're doomed.
It would be devastating because I haven't even learned how to do the
Debbie,
mysterious. Yes.
Debbie, you need to calm down. All right. It's not about. Okay, that's a terrible idea.
And seed. Oh, the cotton
Sniff
chloroform.
the cotton ball. Why? Where did that come
Tell
from?
me to calm down.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so let's add a little spice to this. Let's add a little bit of romance. I'd like to see this as a romantic comedy. Same scene as a romantic, without the chloroform, preferably, but the same scene as a romantic comedy in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh wow.
I like when you watch me juggle.
Yeah, you've got some moves there. I like what I'm seeing.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You notice I've got like 5 cotton balls going each time, and then I catch them all.
It's really impressive, Debbie. I gotta say, I think you're coming along with that juggling.
Thank you. I'm juggling a lot,
You are. I mean, you've got, you're a single mom of 3 kids. You're working 2 jobs. You don't like Christmas, and I just find that amazing personally.
Yeah, well, and also, this, I've been following this circus train for, a long time, Mr. John, and I was hoping that someday you'd notice how much I want to work for you.
Oh man, I do notice, but I gotta tell, I don't know if I can have you work for me because I have a policy where I don't date my employees, and I kind of really want to ask you a question. And that question is, will you go?
Yes.
You go with me to the big game, the big carnival game. I was hoping we could go together.
And scene before we get the answer.
The game of carnivals. I'm way out of my depth, people. I've never been to a carnival, nor do I have any ability in romance. I'm out.
It's all a game. It's all a game.
Out of the game.
All right, one final time, one scene. We're gonna see this as a Western. And Chad, if you can call the end of the scene, because I gotta go grab something real quick. So the scene as a same scene as a Western in 3, 2, and 1.
Gee Willikers, you changed yourself from them old days as the shaky deputy. You got yourself some pistol control.
I'll tell you what, you had me starting early with little rolled up pieces of fabric, and now I'm juggling little pistols.
You are. I think the Kimberson brothers need to be on the lookout because there's a new law in this here part.
You are right. There's a new law and there's a new show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, certainly. You go ahead.
Well, I was just going to tell you that I'm killing less and less people each time I do the show.
Hey, yeah, you only went through about 3 assistants last month, and I think that is something.
Oh, sorry, man.
But
Well,
I just need to make sure you understand. There's a lot more to this job than just shooting pistols.
Well, that's why I'm watching you, Sir John.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm the best in the business, but my aim ain't too good. You know why that is?
With your eyeballs?
It is. It ain't about the way you handle the pistol. It's about the way you handle your eyes and where you're looking. And I'm always looking to where I want to be, which is not in the carnival no more. I'm an 85-year-old man, and I got my eyes set on retirement.
And scene.
I don't Put your eyeballs in the back of that tent over there. There's a whole tent of balls out there.
There he is.
All right.
They'll shoot your eye out, though.
So we are going to. That was the last one, right? Yes. We're going to end our show with one more game. Yes.
Yes.
Called Letter Sub with Gabe and Chris. So all I need are 2 letters, not vowels, consonants only, and normal consonants.
Normal consonants.
None of those weird ones.
No Nyes.
No X's. So what's going to happen is these guys are going to have to swap out a couple of letters, and Chad will give us a suggestion from earlier, from one of the many internet sources he is juggling like cotton balls right now. And so these guys are going to get a suggestion. They're going to build a scene, but they're just going to have to kind of flip-flop some words as they speak, or some letters. So, Chad, what do we have for a suggestion for starters?
All right. So we have a suggestion for the letter. Hold on a minute. There you go. Okay, we have the letter P and the letter K.
P and K. All right. So I'm thinking maybe P's become K's.
P's become K's. Okay.
And with the suggestion we can throw at them, it can be anything.
All right. Australia.
Australia. Okay, this is letter sub where P's become K's and has something to do with Australia with Chris and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Catrick,
Yes.
I cannot wait for our trek to Australia.
Me neither, Carrie. I'm so excited for it. Personally.
Well, I haven't had a vacation in years. I don't even remember the last time I left this place.
It's been a while, you know. We've been homebodies for so long. I think it's important that we sit down and really think about what we're going to CAC.
Yeah, well, I bought a new suitcase. I'm gonna CAC lots of good stuff. Okay, I don't want to over CAC, you know, but I do want to be prepared for any scenario that could occur down under. You know how they say.
Yeah. You should cut some good toiletries, you know, shampoos and hand soaks and stuff like that could be good. Maybe some snacks like a good plantain.
Plantains are good. I thought about peanut butter, but then I realized peanuts are, you know, people might on the airplane, they might be allergic to peanuts. So I don't want people Kekal. I don't want Kekal blowing up from their allergic reaction to peanuts. You know.
Oh, that is true. Kekal can be really fickle.
Yeah, Kekal are fickle, you know. Like, what kind of cursing, you know? Well, I don't want to skeek badly of Kekal. You know, I like Kekal. Most Kekal.
Most Kekal are good Kekal. What are we gonna do about our Koodle? I'm worried personally about Koodle.
I'd be worried about our Koodle too. You know, Koodles don't do well on their own. So I was going to leave our Koodle Kooky to our neighbors to watch. They promised they would take real good care of Princess Kooky while we're gone.
Yeah, but paying for Koodle Cookie princess care is going to be a bit expensive.
It could be, but that's why I saved all the money I made in my summer job delivering cakers.
Oh, crazy Lord.
And scene.
That was a weird one. I don't know if we've done those letters before.
I was just like, wait, so is the poodle's name Poopy?
I think it's Pookie.
Pookie, but it could be Poopy.
It could be Poopy.
It could be Princess Poopy.
I didn't even think about it being Princess Poopy.
Princess Cookie.
Pookie, yeah. I was thinking Pookie, but
I was thinking Pookie too. That's interesting.
Princess Poopy. Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for riding along this journey with us. It had its ups, it had its downs, it had its sideways. To be honest with you, it looped to loops, and it was fun. And it made me forget that it's still raining. So that's good. That's good. I'd like to thank Gabe and Melanie for a fantastic job improvising with us tonight. This was real fun. I had a great time. I love Saturday night shows. And Chad, of course, for doing all the work, like all the technical work. We just got to have fun doing ha-ha make-em-ups, and he had to, and then the subliminal Alexander Shannara is everywhere. Even if it just flashes up for a second, it's in your head. Also, if any of you guys that are watching have any last-minute ideas for titles for the show, feel free to type those in now. I'm going to turn it over to Chad to go over the title ideas we have already so that we can select the title for this episode, which I believe is episode 90.
That is correct, yes.
Wow, that's a lot of improv. All right, so Chad, what are our current potential titles?
Call me Alabama, call me Alabama. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, just subliminal there for a minute.
That was scary.
Yeah,
I would
right.
never call if I saw someone doing that. If I saw someone with their eyes rolled back in their head doing an Alexander Shannara commercial,
Oh, well, I guess we lost our sponsorship. Anyway, real quick, before we get to the titles, I do want to thank Whiskey, Jenna Fidgets, Sharon Gitch, and Whiskey again, and Comedy Girly for financially supporting the show tonight with bit cheering with subs. We really do appreciate that. That keeps us loud, live, and funny. All right, so let's see here. We have a suggestion for Hippie Cat.
Hippie Cat.
Pooter around the house. Rhinoceros. Tinder meat.
Oh no.
No. Tinder meat had me cracking up, man.
I like when you watch me juggle.
Mm-hmm.
And my blower name.
Oh god.
My blower name is Mr. Furnace.
Yes. That was what made the so yeah.
Oh my god.
You just use that whole line.
And
Oh my god.
Man.
I like when you watch me juggle. Most Keekle are good Keekle.
Most Keekle are good Keekle. I like that too. So if out there in the audience, if you like any of those particular titles and you kind of want to upvote, just type it in again, and we'll use that as a thumbs up for an extra vote on that one. I'll try and break the tie. Until we figure that out real quick, I'd like to
broke
thank
the
everyone
Chad.
again. We broke the Chad.
Yeah. You didn't break the tie, but you broke the Chad.
We broke the chat, true.
Yeah.
And next Tuesday is going to be another Jackbox game show. And, of course, next week we've got Thursday and Saturday shows. I was not in last Tuesday, so I don't know the current standings, but Chad was. Well, how is their standings this month of June for Jackbox? You still winning?
I'm winning. I'm way out in the lead. I'm so far beyond everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
true. Gabe
That's
is
so humble too.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
Gabe's game. We're just playing in it. Actually, it's me. So
Are you? Nice.
Yeah,
You're going to
yeah.
try and get that trophy back in there. Nice.
The
Okay,
developing
cool.
rivalry
Cool.
between me and Chris is a thing. So there is that.
Uh,
All right. Well, chat's being a little quiet on which one they prefer. So
That's all right. We
have to
can
make an
know.
executive decision.
We can choose. Gabe, what's your favorite of the titles?
Oh boy. I do like my blower name.
My
Yeah.
blower name is Mr. Furnace. I kind of
My
like
blower
that
name
too.
is Mr. Furnace. I do
I
like
want
it.
that whole thing.
Yeah, my blower name is Mr. Furnace.
Yes.
I like that too. That's I think that's kind of fun. Chad, do you have any suggestions? You good with my blower name is Mr. Furnace?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm good with that fact, but yes, I'm good with the title.
All right, sounds good.
And Ron
It
Bingham
makes-
likes it in the chat too. So
It makes no sense, and that's what I love about it.
All right,
yeah.
good.
Also,
No,
Ron Bingham suggested it, so there's that.
Oh, there we go. All right,
Thanks,
thanks.
Ron.
Do
Thanks,
it,
Ron.
man. Do it. You good? All right.
So
that
that's
is-
going to be the name of our episode. My blower name is Mr. Furnace. It's great. And for those of you guys, if you're curious as to all the other 89 titles that the audience has come up with for our shows, you can go to YouTube. We've got them all archived. Those including our however many, probably 45 maybe, Jackbox game shows, because we did one of those a week too. And those aren't titled, so don't bother, just watch them. But if you want to see the other titles for all the other shows that have come up, the audience over the almost the last full year of us doing this as CGI Online here, feel free. You get to watch all the goodness. So thank you guys. I'd like to thank Chad again for all of his tech wizardry. Do we happen to have a raid that you got planned, Chad? Or we?
Yeah, we're actually going to say hi to Kitchen Confidence, who's making some really delicious-looking nachos while imitating Macho Man Randy Savage.
That is something I
Wow.
never would have thought of as real, so I'm interested in seeing it. So I'm good with that. So if you could just hang out real quick while we transfer over and show some support to some fellow Twitch streamers, even the wacky ones, I think it'll be fun. I'd also like to thank Gabe and Melanie again for just a fun night. It's just a great time. I love improvising with these people. With that, I'd like to thank you guys again and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye, y'all.